President Donald Trump's visit to western North Carolina on January 24, his second trip since Hurricane Helene devastated large parts of the Southeast on September 27 and his first since taking office, brought a sense of hope to local survivors. During his visit to the severely affected area of Swannanoa, where homes along the Swannanoa River were swept away by the hurricane exactly 4 months ago, Fox News Digital spoke with several residents. Michelle, a Swannanoa resident who preferred to be identified by her first name, described the experience as hell. She currently lives in a temporary camper park off a main road, sharing the space with about 7 or 8 other locals whose homes were destroyed. They are all residing in campers and tents provided by various charitable organizations. Michelle noted that many families, especially those with children, have received donations of tiny homes from charities, but these are insufficient for long-term living arrangements. In addition to housing issues, many locals lost their jobs due to the destruction of warehouses and businesses caused by flooding and other damages. Emily Russell, who was 7 months pregnant when her home near the river flooded, recounted how she and her dog had to wait for help on a floating mattress, as there was no other escape route. "It's been really chaotic since then. We've had little assistance aside from volunteers and churches, which we are very grateful for," Russell told Fox News Digital. "They helped us a lot because we had to gut and rebuild our house. Plus, I was pregnant at the time, so we had to rush to make it livable before the baby arrived." She also mentioned that she applied for FEMA aid and other government assistance, but received little help. Many locals expressed to Fox News Digital that while they have received some support from FEMA, it has not been sufficient, and the process of applying for and receiving assistance, whether financial or housing-related, has been overly complicated. Over 100 days after the storm, numerous residents in western North Carolina are still living in tents and campers. Most of the campers on private property have been donated by local and national charities, such as Samaritan's Purse and Cajun Navy, which are collaborating with Emergency RV to provide both used and new campers. Others are staying in campers supplied by FEMA at designated sites. Russell shared her excitement about Trump's return to their town, which has a population of around 5,000. "The fact that he has come back, especially to our little town of Swannanoa, gives us hope that we will start receiving help and see significant changes," she said. "We're really pleased he's here and feeling optimistic. I truly believe he has the potential to make a significant impact, and we're all excited about it. This small town has been in need of some assistance, so it's wonderful to see that happening." Vicky, a Swannanoa resident who wished to remain anonymous and is currently living in a camper provided by a church group after losing her home, expressed her enthusiasm for the president's visit to Fox News Digital. "He was here back in October, even before he became president," she pointed out. When asked about the community's most pressing needs, Vicky mentioned that more housing would be ideal, or at least the financial resources to secure housing. "We did receive our FEMA funds, but it's not nearly enough to cover everything," she explained. "We were debt-free before, but now we have no choice but to go back into debt to find a home." Danny Bailey, affectionately known as Uncle Danny by locals, also feels hopeful that the new administration will provide relief to hurricane survivors. "Even if he can just offer us financial support or bring in people to say, 'All right, we're going to build you a house.' What FEMA has done is good, but it hasn't been sufficient," Bailey said. The fact that he visited after the flood shows he genuinely cares and intends to take action. Bailey lost his home and mentioned that 2 charitable organizations provided him with campers to live in after the storm. He also noted that a man from Mexico, now residing in North Carolina, helped him clear debris from his property at no cost. During his visit, the president spoke in 2 towns in North Carolina and invited Swannanoa residents to share their experiences at his last stop before heading to California to address wildfire-affected areas. "I'll also be signing an executive order to initiate a fundamental reform of FEMA, or possibly even eliminate it," Trump told reporters in North Carolina on Friday morning. "Honestly, I don't think FEMA is effective. He assured that his administration would intervene to help North Carolina recover swiftly, promising to do a great job for the state. "We're going to fix it, and we're going to do it as quickly as possible," Trump stated. "The damage is extensive. FEMA has really let us down and the country down. I don't know if it's Biden's fault or someone else's, but we're going to take charge and do it right." Hurricane Helene caused billions of dollars in damage, destroying homes, farms, and critical infrastructure such as roads, bridges, and power lines.